Well, 3-day heat wave sounds lovely, doesn't it? For most of us, at least, temperatures should reach more than 30 Celsius. That means a busy weekend on Britain's beaches, and with beaches and with the water comes some danger. Let's talk to Ross MacLeod from the Royal National Lifeboat Institute, who's in Poole Bay in Dorset for us this morning. It's good to see you. Look, I mean, I know the RNLI are not killjoys in any way, shape or form, but we need to understand the dangers of beaches, the dangers of the water, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, everyone. And yeah, we're down here today in Poole Bay, a beautiful day, as you can see. And everyone's had a really tough few months. And it's no surprise that with the RNLI and our colleagues at the Coast Guard are expecting it to be one of the busiest summers on record. And with this good weather, no doubt many thousands of people will flock to the coast, and who can blame them? So what we're really calling for people to do is just to make sure, have a little bit of thought around what potentially could go wrong. Obviously, we want everyone to have a fantastic time at the coast, make some amazing memories and go home safe at the end of the day. So there's just a few things that you can do to make sure you keep yourself and your family safe, and also know what to do should the worst happen.
OK, so what are some of these things? Because I know the RNLI has run a campaign for a few years now, just talking about respecting the water.
Exactly. It is around just having a healthy respect for the water and sort of breaking that down. The first thing you can do is try and go to a supervised place. So especially if you're heading to the coast, try and find a life-guided beach. And the RNLI runs around 245 beaches across the UK. So there's beaches all over the country, plenty to choose from. And when you're there at these beaches, we'd encourage you to swim between the red and yellow flags. And that way, you know you've got a trained professional on hand. And these guys and girls did a brilliant job every year. And last year, we know they saved around 110 lives. So if you are in these locations, if something does go wrong, you've got help close at hand. Then also, if you're going to any beach, whether it's life-guarded or not, if you find yourself in difficulty in the water, remember the technique float to live. And this is just simply rest and relaxing in the water, extending your arms and legs, trying to float a bit like a starfish, a bit of treading water if you need to. But the main thing is not to panic. Whether you're getting swept out in a rip current or you've fallen in unexpectedly, the worst thing you can do is panic. So just chill out in the water, wait for help to arrive, or gather your thoughts and your breath and call for help yourself. And the final one is, if you see anybody else in trouble, is to remember to call 999 and ask for the Coast Guard. And that way, again, we can get emergency services to you. No doubt it's going to be a busy weekend for everyone across the blue light community, but we really want to make sure people put those calls in early so we can get to you and help, and try and resist the urge to go in the water yourself, because unfortunately every year we see too many tragic examples of the have-a-go heroes that unfortunately lose their lives as well. So make that call early. If you want to try and help, find something that floats, like a rescue ring or a throw line or even an inflatable football, throw that into the water. Encourage them to calm down, encourage them to try and float, but please don't put yourself in danger as well.
I mean, the weather might be gloriously hot this weekend, but that doesn't necessarily mean the water's going to be particularly warm, does it?
No, I mean, we're expecting 25 to 30 degree air temperature, but the water's unlikely to reach above 13 or 14 degrees in most places, and probably a lot colder inland. And this can trigger something called cold water shock if you jump in, and it's a physiological reaction when your skin temperature changes rapidly. We've done a lot of work with this with Professor Tipton at the University of Portsmouth. And even if you're a good swimmer, if you jump into cold water, this can cause a spike in your heart rate. It can cause you to lose control of your breathing. And even in strong swimmers, this can be really dangerous quite quickly. So we'd encourage you to enter the water slowly. If you're in any doubt, if you're not in the water often, there's no shame in wearing a wetsuit, and this will also help keep you afloat as well. So just take it easy, acclimatise to the water, have a great and fantastic time this weekend, but just have half an eye on safety and make sure you know what to do in an emergency.
Ross, I hope you have a very quiet weekend. Fingers crossed. Thanks for talking to us.
No worries. Thank you.